So I am back with some flowers, with some flamingos, with a nice pink motif, because why not? Why not? And how to slay your dragons. How to slay your dragons. Now, all of my lives are named for some purpose, and How to Slay Your Dragons is named because of, I heard Pharrell giving a toast prior to his debut at the Louis Vuitton fashion show, and how he was saying to there you are, Mag, I see you, to the owner, not Francois Pinault, someone else, how he gave him a chance, and how, because he gave him a chance, just that visual of Pharrell being in that position, just that visual will change the trajectory of others. And he mentioned in his toast, because of that, I have slayed dragons, and other people will slay their own dragons. And I loved it. I said, that's great, because we are all trying to slay dragons. What's up? What's up? I saw you right when you came in. I'm glad to see you, Mag. And what that means to slay our own dragons, to make something that seems, thank you for sharing the live, Mag. You know I appreciate you. Continue to like and share, because this is my second one of the day, and I'm coming back again. Can you believe it? I woke up like, yes, 3 times today. Yes. So, what does that mean? What does that mean to look at something and say, I'm taking you down? Not in the case of me. I'm not talking about me, Mag. I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about something within, yes, you know, we always have to have a flamingo moment. Why not? Something that we're looking at. That we can say, this no longer will defeat me. This no longer has power over me, and this no longer actually means anything to me. And have peace, Andrew. How you doing? How you doing? And how that can inspire us. And I'm reminded of some of the dragons that I'm slaying within my own life. One thing, and I share a lot of personal honesty within all of my lives, I am in a space of asking. And I worded that perfectly, because the intention was to say that. The intention wasn't to say I have a hard time asking. I'm in a place of asking. It's going absolutely fantastic. I have some flamingos. I have some flowers. So, you know, it's always getting better. And what that means to ask. What does that mean to ask? Ask for a hand, ask for assistance, ask for help, ask for money, ask for support. Thank you. They all are, honey. I don't wear nothing that don't look good, okay? Thank you, T. And I'm learning. I'm in a space of that. For some reason, I have felt that it was a space of pride and power to not, yeah, I'm always fresh. I mean, what else am I going to do but be fresh? There's no other way to gain what you need except by asking. And I admit, I've been one to say, you know what? I don't want to ask. I don't feel comfortable asking. In fact, I've often been in the position where others can ask of me. But what does that mean to ask of others? And the beauty, when you feel a space that you can ask others, ask them a question. Ask them to listen. ask them to lead. Just asking. And how powerful that is. How powerful it is to ask, because to be in the space of asking may be a space of need. It may be a space of compassion. It may be a space of just gentle kindness. And why that may be frowned upon. Why others say, I don't like to ask, I don't ask, you won't hear me asking. Well, why? Oftentimes it's because we were told not to. Or maybe we weren't taught that it was okay to ask. But to ask is it's a powerful position. Especially when you need help. To resist the question of asking when you need help, why? And I have to ask myself this, there's been times where I've worked myself into such a position, what's up 1%, good to see you, that I needed assistance. But I was so firmly holding on to this, I will not ask. And that wasn't benefiting me. In fact, it was probably hurting me not to ask. Because people are available for you. In my case, asking for assistance, asking for guidance, asking for feedback, asking for help. Because I'm used to others asking me for those things. And for the most part, I already know what I need, or I will find it out. However, to ask is one of the most compassionate spaces that you can be in. And that's a dragon that you can slay. In the space of finance or money, asking can be somewhat easy or hard. I don't know too many people that are in the middle of that. I only know individuals that refuse to ask and individuals that are comfortable asking. And why is that? Well, when it comes to money, we're always, let me speak for myself. I have my own money wounds. And everyone has different money wounds or traumas or things within ourselves. Maybe it's what we saw in our household. Maybe it's what we didn't see in our household. Thank you, Joseph. Maybe it was unspoken. You don't speak about money. In the house, we don't speak about money. I was raised in a home where it was spoken about often. And I am very comfortable speaking about money. I love speaking about money. Thank you, Doc. Oh, I appreciate your blessings. I need them all, so thank you. And how we'll carry this with us throughout life. Because whatever we heard in our formative years, well, what does that mean, Joseph? When you say people love to ask and try to steal and burn me, what does that mean? That's three different things. Are they asking? Because if you're stealing, you're not asking. Stealing is, I'm taking this without your consent and I will not return it. Burning, you would have to clarify that for me as well. Clarification creates comfort. Now, for myself, my dad was somewhat of a finance guy, so the comfort with speaking about money and knowing the prices of things and knowing how to leverage money and knowing really the beauty of the choices that money provides. Okay, let's start again. You give, but they feel that they can take. You are labeled. What does that mean? If you're giving, how do you know that they feel that they can take? Because you're giving. So it's for them to take. This is everything that you're labeling yourself. If you are labeling that people feel they can take from you because you're lonely, that has nothing to do with the other person, and more so how you feel about yourself and how you label others. Okay, so if you ask and someone gives and they steal, I still don't understand that. However, if you put the boundary and say, I will not give to you, do not steal from me, that usually prevents that from happening. You see how that works? I can't give you something that I'm not willing to give you. You can't steal from me if you aren't in my close vicinity. And you are the one that can label yourself lonely, if that's what you were typing. Maybe they don't see it that way. So I often say it comes back to us. We have the power to say, no, it's not going this way. No, it's not going this way. And the power in that then turns into the dragon that is slayed, which is what this live is named. Because we have more power than we know, especially with other people's interactions with us. I cannot allow you to talk badly to me if you're not in my space. If I say, hi, I really appreciate you as a friend. However, I don't feel good when my friends call me a pumpkin head. If you continue to call me a pumpkin head, I will cease this friendship and I will take myself away from you. You see how that works? That is addressing the problem, suggesting a solution, and telling the person what you will do if they continue. Now, people can do whatever they choose to do. However, then they already know, listen, if I call him a pumpkin head one more time, he's going to bounce. It's that simple. But I hold that control. The moment I consistently say, this is what they always do to me, well, you got to ask yourself, why does it keep happening? Because you can remove yourself from this person or people. It does not have to continue. We have that power. What's up, Chris? And the beauty in that, thank you for the bear. The beauty of that, the beauty of setting that boundary, the beauty of setting that boundary for yourself, for standing up for yourself. Because then it's less about them and all about me. And then I get to control this story. And with that, as I was speaking about asking, I can ask you not to treat me a certain way. I can ask you whatever I would like. Now, your response is your response. But the fact that I ask, and this is how I started the live, about asking, because I was reminded it's okay to ask, Hope. In fact, you're stronger because of it. You're not weak for asking for help. You're actually stronger because of it. And I'm saying this from my personal side because I often just will do it myself. Like, I'll just do it myself. Thank you, Chris. Well, don't say, listen, if you say that, I have some requests, okay? I love when a man says that because I'm always ready to ask. And I feel very safe with that. So the beauty in asking for myself, I'm being reminded that you don't have to go through anything alone. There are resources, there are people that love you, that support you, that like you, and that are there to offer you what you need. To offer you what you need. And I reached out to a friend today and asked for something. And the person said, of course, you can always ask me for anything. However, I wish you would have asked me sooner. You know, you can always ask me for everything. And I had to be reminded of that, because often I have felt like I don't care to bother people with whatever is transpiring in my journey. And now I've changed that. I'm never bothering anyone. In fact, oftentimes people will appreciate the fact that they can give to you, be of service, be of aid, be of help, be a resource. So I had to change that. Thank you. The flamingos, of course. I'm on a pink kick. I even have a pink polish that I'm going to use after. Changing that within my brain of bothering versus, yeah, I have resources. I'm not bothering anyone. And that's okay, but you can just change it where you can ask people for help. I said I can just ask. And what I was reflected on was you can always ask. You can always ask. I'm always going to assist you with anything that you need. There are people in our life that are there for that. And I'm reminding you of this because I was just reminded in this day. I don't need to get so far in a hole or so restricted, because if something happens, I can just say, hey, this is what I would like from you. This is how you could help me. Especially in the form of money. And I know that is a difficult place for individuals. And it is a space for me that I have felt a restriction. And not because I'm usually the person being asked. But like you said, Chris, it was just me asking. Yeah, I do feel a weakness. That's okay. I can change that word. I don't have to label it weak. I don't even have to label it. If I need it, the point is to ask for it, not put a label on yourself. Because there are lessons in life and there are times that are difficult. However, we really have so many resources. We have people, we have the internet, you can journal. There is something there to assist. And you ask to remain strong. You're not asking because you're weak. You ask to remain strong. And where does that come from? Like, Chris, why do you feel the disconnect with asking? For me, if it's referring to anything money-wise, it was, maybe like I don't want anyone to know that I'm in need. Now, that's an old program. That's no longer necessary for me. Well, then let them. So what? So what, Joseph? If people want to be difficult, so what? Let them. And continue doing what you're doing. That label of people being difficult, well, let them. If you're doing something that's helpful, then continue. Now, if you're doing something that may be not so helpful, that may be a sign. So, in this space of learning, I share this because, thank you, T, I enjoy who comes into my lives, and I enjoy the feedback. And I'm in a space of deeper space of transparency and honesty, and how that has created lightness within me. And another area of softness within me. And just really honesty, because we're all often going through the same things at different times. And the beauty in knowing that someone has actually been through what you have walked through, or stood through, or suffered through, or learned through. How beautiful that is. When you tell a story and someone says, that happened to me, and you know what I did? You see how that creates like an element of oneness? Then you have something to agree with, something to agree on, something that seems familiar. Yeah, myself as well. I love being a problem solver. Good evening, New York. Good to see you. I love being a problem solver. And there's times where I need assistance with solving something. I'm trying to solve something right now. And it's one step at a time. Sometimes we don't have every element, but if we have one element from another person, everything falls into place. And we say, oh, that's exactly what I need. Okay, now I know. Now I can go forward. Now I have what I need. Now I feel safe. Now I feel heard. Now I have the resolution. Now I have the solution. And all I needed was that. I find that empowering, because when I had this conversation today, I was reminded of the support system that's always there for me and has always been there, whether I utilized it or not. And it doesn't make me stronger not to utilize it. Let me repeat that. You are not stronger by not utilizing your resources. You are not a better employee at work if you refuse to use the resources that are provided. It's the same for our daily lives. And once I realized that, I said, oh, okay, I need to turn this around. This can be just as beautiful when I allow it to be. When I allow myself to ask. When I allow the aid and the help and the solution. Because not everything is for you to figure out. Sometimes you won't even know the steps to figure it out. And that's why you have resources. And I'm sharing this because I'm sharing it with myself. So, we've asked. And then we receive what we needed. How do you receive? Do you receive in the space of thank you so much, I'm so appreciative? Do you receive in the I really appreciate it, thank you? Do you receive in the you don't have to do this for me? That can explain a lot about us as well. A simple thank you is okay. To overemphasize your gratitude may emphasize that you don't feel worthy of it. What's up, Tammy? And it's all a part of it. I'm seeing this now. The difficulty in asking, the difficulty in receiving. And both of those spaces come from the same space. If you feel uncomfortable asking, if you feel uncomfortable receiving help, that is coming from the same space. And that's really a space of empowerment that we often coat in weakness, lack of, not good enough, all of these labels. They're really coming from the same space. So what do you do when you ask and you receive and you don't even feel good receiving the help? I'll always say that's a good space to start. Why do I not feel okay receiving assistance? Get out of fight mode. You don't have to be wrapped in anything, Joseph. This is all of your making. You know that you're in fight mode. Sit and relax and allow yourself to get out of panic mode. You typically don't make the best decisions when you're in a panicked or fight state. Hi, Brian. You never make great decisions when you are outside of a comfortable state. So if you're relaxing, reading a book, calm, organized thoughts, hydrated, you're in a great space to make a decision. When you're in panic mode, when you're in fight mode, flight mode, resistance mode, you often just respond. You're not actually responding from a place of comfort and power. And it would take checking in to say, oh my gosh, I've been in like this really, really stressful mode that I'm not even making the best decisions. And how that decision can be powerful. Yes, it's a flower crown, Brian. It's a flower crown. It goes along with the flamingos. Thank you. So to realize what state we're in all the time, because if you're in fight mode or panic mode, sometimes you've been in this mode for years. And all it takes is a quick check-in. Am I operating from my most competent self? Am I operating from my most calm, organized thoughts? Or am I just responding? There's a difference. And that difference makes all of the difference. All of these things came to mind with the simple notion of asking. Just asking. Receiving. Now you've asked. You've gotten past that. What's up, Serenity? There's my neighbor. There's my neighbor. Yeah, exactly. You stopped, you checked in, and you looked at things differently. And then you navigate life differently. If you're in panic mode, really, a lot of your choices may not be the best for you because you're operating from a space of, I just got to respond. Thank you, Jerome. Yes, life became much easier. Let that go. The past doesn't, it's done. And in fact, the future, the definition of future is the immediate time a word leaves your lips or the immediate moment that you write a word down. The future is now. So whatever happened in the past, I don't have to carry that. And I say that often. Thank you for sharing the live. Thank you for liking the live. I like to travel light. I release everything. And I would do this when I was a flight attendant. At the end of my flight, at the end of my day, I would, thank you, Tammy. I appreciate that. That means I'm on track. You're inspiring me today. So thank you. At the end of a flight, and when we would get to the hotel, the first thing was to get in the shower. And I would physically say, I'm washing off the day. I'm washing off the flight. I'm washing off any interactions during the flight. I'm releasing it. And I still do that. I wash off the day. I do a brain dump. And I mentioned this to a friend who said, it's great because if you say it, you're actually physically doing it. A friend of mine said, oh, someone said 5 days ago that I hurt their feelings. I said, they're carrying that? They're carrying that from 5 days. If you can carry something for 5 days, you can carry it for 5 months, 5 years, 50 years. I can't. I have to go through life light. I do a brain flush at the end of every day. Do I need to address it? Is it that integral to my life that I have to address it? Or can I let it go? Most things you can let go. Most things. I just got to speak to them. Okay, but can you write it down in a journal? Would that be just as good? Now, if someone is physically abusing you, that is different. However, if you're thinking about who cut you off at 8:30 this morning and it's 8:30 at night and it's still boggling your mind, that may cause a little confusion over time. And what that means to be able to stand in a place of power and say, I don't allow this to get to me. I say that all the time. Oh, well, people are all out to hurt you. Okay, well, I don't know that. So until it comes to me, I'll address it then. But I'm not going to walk through the world expecting that and knowing that. That's not the world I walk in. We can choose. And that also comes with the release. I'm not holding on to a lot of things. Purposely. That doesn't make your skin glow. Your skin doesn't glow if you are holding on to the past and tired and stressed out. It's not comfortable. So, we've learned how to ask. We've learned to be in a space of power to ask. We've learned to be in a space of power to receive and feel worthy of receiving aid, worthy of receiving, yes, York, thank you, assistance, worthy of receiving financial abundance, worthy of receiving information, whatever, receive. And my mother reminded me of this today. Be open to receiving. Sometimes it will come from elements that you are completely aware of. Be open to receiving. The moment that you're constricted and it can only come from here, you don't know where it'll come from. But if you're open to it, it may flow from somewhere else. And how powerful that is. Being open with life, I often say, means that you can be in the position of power. You can be powerful. You can stand in your power. And you can give power to things that are powerful or take it away when it's not. That has no power over me. That doesn't mean nothing to me. I tell people that all the time. That doesn't mean anything to me. How often have you heard me say, I don't care about that? I don't. I don't care about that. Not at all. Individuals will bring up something and I'll say, how does that affect you in this moment? In this moment, right now, how does that affect you? Oh, well, it does. Okay, so what have you done in this day to rectify it? Well, we can't do anything. Okay, well then, okay, sure. Okay, sure is my favorite saying. But knowing what to give power to, when to take the power away. You know I love that, Mag. You know I love to say, okay, sure. Cool. I don't have to feed into it. I can easily detach. And it's not even in a dismissive way. Okay. I told that to my niece. You don't have to prove that you're right in every conversation. A simple okay is justifiable. What's up, Joe from the Bronx? You know how easy it is just to say okay instead of, nah, you need to believe that. I don't need to do anything. Yeah, I do with my okay, sure. Okay, sure. So if you believe in that, I'm proud of you. That brings you some fulfillment. And I will walk away and forget about this in 10 seconds. Yes. And who cares about being right? Here's the other thing. Who's keeping score? When do you know who won? Is there a trophy? Are you receiving some sort of big financial abundance? None of this matters. I'm not arguing with you and getting sweaty and my armpits are sweaty. I'm hot and but no, okay, sure, yeah. This is all my energy, AG. Yeah, this is my energy. And that's absolutely correct. Indifference. And I woke up really in a place of power of like, hope, make it happen. 4:35 a.m. this morning. Outside jogging by 6 a.m. Rapping Jay-Z loud, like, yeah, things that I'm not letting that stop my day. In fact, I'm so empowered by what happened the prior day that I'm showing up bolder, more confident. I'm showing up as the conqueror. This ain't stopping me. This is only here to allow me to grow. So grow. I have to tell myself this. And yes, this is real power. This is real energy. I never stop. And as I was speaking to my mom, I said, but I couldn't. I can't stop now. What am I going to do? Just stop? I can't just stop now. I'm too far along to stop. It doesn't matter what happens. What are you going to do about it? Do it. Don't tell me what you're going to do. Do it. Were you? Boogie Down Productions. Yeah. Well, when I'm listening to Jay, I'm really, really, really in a firm, purposeful, directed space. Yeah, you can pray about it. However, start making the action. Start making the action. Talking about what you're going to do is just that. If I'm talking about one day I'm going to speak, one day I'm going to be a speaker. Okay, well, when is that one day? That one day is today. And I often talk to people and they'll say, well, one day I'm going to travel. Okay, well, put it on the calendar. Just pick a date and put, I'm traveling. Because one day never comes. Yes, one day or day one. I love that quote. It never comes. You actually have to make the action. Thank you. I'm being reminded of that. Thank you. When I spoke, I had a powerful conversation with my mother, who's on the board of trustees. I often talk about my board of trustees, which is my mom, my dad, and there's 2 other individuals. And she was saying, yeah, you listen, when you want to do something great, some people say you will get tested. Others will say that's a part of it. Some would say that that is a part of the journey. Whatever it is, you keep going. Because then I can come back and say, you know, those times I was talking to you, this was happening and I was still showing up. Yes, it's all just unfolding. Thank you, Joe. Yes, I love that, York. Thank you. Okay, Joseph, this is on you. Okay? Everything you're saying is not from a position of power. And that's how I'm going to speak to you. If you say, I put it off for a fear of rejection, that is for you to grow into. That is for you to understand that you are blocking you. You don't even know if you'll be rejected. In fact, you can take that out of the equation, that you will not be rejected. But that's for you. Well, that's true. Yeah, if you're that's true. Yeah, a lot of guilt there. Yes, I understand that completely. But when we stand in a place of power, yes, you are worthy. That's the powerful state. When you put your feet into your position of power that you were born to stand in, there is nothing that is rejected from you. When you stand firm in your position of power, which is the reason why you are here, there is nothing that you cannot say that will not be received in the intention that it was meant to be received. When you stand in your firm place of light, power, respect, wisdom, and what got you here, everything is for you. Nothing is against you. I know these are bars. I'm really on it. Let me tell you, something happened. And I know the summer solstice is tomorrow, but I feel it. I feel it. Even the words, I feel this invigoration. Nothing's stopping me at all. I had a interesting day, as I had shared yesterday. Yes, and who was that? John F. Kennedy who said that? It's not what you can do for your country. It's not what you can do for your country. It's what you can do for yourself. I believe that it was JFK who said that. Refresh my memory, York. After I came back from my character building day, a friend of mine said, Hope, I want to do a meditation with you. And thank you, the flamingos. Why not? You know, I think that's kind of what I'm known for. So I'm keeping it going. And I've been pulling out all of my earrings. So you'll be seeing, you know, my big earrings. I had a friend who said, I would love, and thank you, Joe. Thank you for continuing to like and share the live. I want to do a meditation. He does life coaching and meditations and has a practice in Thailand. I said, sure, I'm open. I have everything. I have the singing bowls. Of course. You know, I'm fly all the time. Palo Santo. My space is a sacred space. And we did a meditation. And it was beautiful, and I felt light. I felt a lot lighter. And I was just working through what I am growing through in real time. And I'm reminded of the fact of just the spoken word. And how often I don't speak to people about these things that are transpiring. I'll journal it out, but the beauty of speaking, you're getting it out. Your brain is actually doing a lot of beautiful calculations when you're just speaking to another person. And I am now in a position of power. I'm not in the space of fear that I had been at, where I felt that if I talk to someone about what I'm currently learning, that is a space of weakness that maybe they can use against me. I'm no longer in that space. Why would someone do that? Why would I even assume that I would be around someone that would do that? Hope, come on. You're Hope, come on. Trust yourself. Trust who's around. Trust who you allow in your space. And trust that you're worthy of releasing of whatever you need to release. Well, a landlord in New York, that's something. Yeah, I get that. But you don't have to be. You can learn to release that and stay in your vibration or your good feeling. You don't have, just because you're a contractor and you're a landlord does not mean you will consistently be depressed. Yes, You may be faced with things. However, find the tools to release that. That's no excuse. All of that will lead you to discomfort in your body. And the point is to be the most comfortable in your waking life. Finding the tools, finding the solutions, finding the people, finding the factors that you need. That's all it is. These things come, and I'm learning even in these past few days, I have the resources. I have resources within myself. I have resources outside of myself. I have my bike. I'll hop on my bike and be in the sun. That is great. Just moving. I'll take a short walk. And then come back and revisit. But the point is to get back to that calm, cool, collected, organized place of thought where you feel your best, where you've released whatever was giving some resistance, and then you say, oh, I can look at it differently. I can do this. I can solve this. This is easy. This is worthy of me solving. It's already done. I'm letting it go. It's done. Joseph, okay, for the rest of the live, I don't want you to make any more comments because I don't think you're understanding what this is about. The emphasis is never on anyone else. The emphasis is, maxed up. The emphasis is within you. Bye. So, to be in that elevated, beautiful space because we allow our resources to be utilized. We allow help to be asked for. We allow a space to be aided in. We allow a space to be fortified how we need to be fortified. That's how you gain your power. That's how you slay your dragon. Because when you're feeling supported, you feel free. You feel like you can conquer anything. However, you may have to call in that support. You may have to ask for that support. You may have to ask for that money. You may have to ask for that favor. You may have to ask for a place to stay. You may have to just ask. And the beauty comes back to that asking. Because we don't ask for help because we are weak. We ask for help because we seek to remain strong. We can't do it all ourselves. Trust me, I've tried, and I could do a lot. I could do a lot. I can't. I do need people. I do need other systems. I do need the security. I do need the foundation. I do need the assistance. I do need the help. I do need the hope. You can call me for anything at any time. I do need that. And so do you. If I have gone through it, others have. And that's why I speak. I was with a friend and he said, well, what is the main thing you speak about? I said, you just gotta listen to me. That is great. I haven't had soda for years, probably over 20 years. And that is fantastic. I'm proud of you. Fantastic. We are all going through this same thing together. And when this person asked me, well, what do you speak about? I said, life. Now I do it eloquently. When I say I'm a speaker, all you have to do is listen. And I'm sharing this because there was always the space of like, well, what is the main thing that I speak about? Well, I'm just a speaker. You just have to listen to understand. I don't know if there's a main thing. For me, it's all life. That's okay. No judgment. No judgment. None at all. I seek that everyone does what's best for them. Because that's what this experience is about. What's best for you, the lessons you learn, how you... We're all here to support each other, to learn from each other. I know how to kind of put it together with some words in a nice way. Yeah, and listen, you do it at your own timing, Tammy. It may bring us a comfort to you. Then do it. I will drink sparkling water, but actual soda, no. But I will drink sparkling water, or I will make my own soda with sparkling water and fresh like lemon and mint or something of that. Hi Enzo, what breed is this? Yes, of course. Come on, come on. Being in that position of power after asking, knowing that everything is actually here for you. Oh, how cute. Is it brown and black? Those are really cute. Everything is, I can imagine. Oh, now I want a dog. Everything is here for us when we allow it to be. When we ask for it. Oh, gray and white. Okay. How cute. Sometimes I have a dog park near me, and I'll just go to the dog park and watch the dogs and pet the dogs. So thank you for liking and sharing the live. And these have become a bit more personal because I really am in this transition, and I'm learning every day, and I'm learning to share, because when I'm when I share and I'm honest with my sharing, I get to hear my way, my own formula, and maybe it's helping someone else, and it's all a part of it. Furthermore, I like to share just so you know what's really going on. I mean, it's all of it. It's how I speak. I'm an extemporaneous speaker. I can write a speech. However, I prefer just to do it on the fly, have a concept and build it. Also, this is how I release. And I am learning. And the battle's not done. And I'm a warrior. I woke up and I said, I'm more than a conqueror. I'm conquering this. I normally do my bike ride or my sexy walk. No, we're doing a vigorous jog. 6 a.m. That's what we're doing today. That's how I'm feeling. I'm feeling very powerful. And the words reflect. So this is with you now. This power, this energy, you're feeling it for a reason. This ain't no Red Bull, honey. I don't do no Red Bull. Come on now. That's too much. My hands would be shaking like this. No. I probably drank that when I was like, I don't know, 20 or 21. When I would go out, I would get a Red Bull and vodka, which is nothing I would ever do now. But now my Red Bull is just waking up, excited. And there's a beauty in that. When you wake up just excited to be alive, excited to pursue, excited to share, excited to see friends, excited to see family. Because you know how it is when you wake up without excitement. Man, I'm doing this again. That's a terrible space to be. Or even, why am I doing this? It's a terrible space to be. You're welcome, Wayne. Thank you. I'm excited. I'm encouraged. Even though I had that funny court, I had to go settle something in court yesterday. I said, you know what? Hope you just keep rolling with the punches. That didn't take you out where I said, I'm not going to see no one all day. All right, that's done. What's next? What is next? Man, I'm a conqueror, and so are you. We are able to move through so many things, and the choice of how you move through it is up to you. I choose to move through it and say, okay, what else is next, with a smile. In what sort? In what sort, Joe? Please clarify or send me a DM. An investor. Here's the thing. There's things that I'm not telling you as well. There's platforms that that you will see me on in a very short time. So this is just my connection. This is practice. This is everything. I really enjoy TikTok, and this is also just for me to speak every day. However, I am on bigger platforms that you will see. And I will leave it at that. Some very large platforms within the next 120 days. So I'm excited about that. And when these big things come, maybe I'm being tested because there's a lot of big things shifting around. The voice of hope is being amplified, and it is beautiful. And I am continuing without fear. And I love everyone who comes onto the lives, from Tammy to Mag to York to all of you, because for me it's happening. But I've been doing this every day for like on here maybe a year. This is the things that you will see are at least 3 years in the process. Yes. Oh, that I know. Trust me, honey. I'm very marketable and easy on the eyes. Yeah. Thank you, Tammy. So, yeah, there's a lot of movement in the pipeline. And I can't share the names yet, but you will see. And also within that movement, the tests come. And I have a smile on my face. I get to choose to say, yeah, that happens. And I choose positive. I choose to say I made it. I choose to say, and I still got a smile. Or not. I choose to say, all right, for the rest of the day, I'm going to rest. I get to choose that. However, just because there's something that's seeking to defeat me does not mean it will defeat me. And it does not mean that it takes me out of my positivity, my happy space, my optimism, and the good feeling that I have. Thank you. Thank you. Even if something is negative, that's all right. That is training. With all these things, I'm growing. And I share this with you because we're all growing. We're all growing. I'm here to give you that spark that you need maybe for the rest of the day or for what you're going through. Because I'm living this. This isn't just for TikTok. No. This is every day. So much so that people are like, I don't know how you do it. What's the other choice? Plus, it's a habit now. I automatically go to the positive thing. Automatically. I don't choose that. I get to choose. That's a position of power, and I love it. I'm always open to an investor, though, Joe. Thank you. Me too. Actually, maybe the last time, because I'm going to come on again, I may reshave my hair because I need to, and bleach it and re-dye it because I'm feeling this pink. I also have blue. I could try blue. However, I'm really in this pink vibe. Thank you, Joy. I appreciate that. Hey, blessed evening to you. Blessed evening to you. Things are going and things are successful and we are successful, and be encouraged, man. Don't let anything take you off your blessed, good, hydrated, healthy, flexible, wealthy, positive feeling. It's for you. Actually, the goal is to stay there, stay empowered, Stay fulfilled. Stay satisfied. Stay authentic. Stay passionate. Stay focused. Stay rested. Stay eating good food. Don't eat nothing bad. I can tell you that. Don't do that. We don't do that. I picked some rosemary because I love rosemary. It's good for your brain. There's something that emits from the plant of rosemary. What's up, King? That helps retain information. So if you're studying, keep some rosemary by your bed or on your desk. Exactly. There's something that I can see from everything. I'm 5'8". I can see positive in everything. And I can go beyond that. I can see that this ain't for me to focus on. Some things I don't even need to look for the positive in it. I don't need to focus on it. That's not for me. That's not what I want to manifest in my life. That has nothing to do with me. And I'm going to leave that right there. I love saying that. You can ask Mag. I will say, oh, okay. Okay, sure. Leave it alone. Yeah, and independence can also be interdependence. It's both. I'm finding that out again today. I was reminded of that because I do like my independence. I do. I am very courageous. However, interdependence is necessary. When I need assistance, that's from others. And I welcome it. I welcome both. I welcome partnership and non-partnership. It's all of it. It's all the balance. And stay inspired. I'm inspired. You see it, you feel it. There's some magical things. There's some big things happening. And more so, I know it. I'm past the part of, yeah, that's kind of me. No. It's there. It's completely integrated. We are inspiring by being our authentic selves, by sharing our authentic stories, by saying, I've been there, I've done that. Thank you for sharing that. Hey, I can help you because I've done this. Always. My name is Hope. I have a sister named Faith. I have a sister named Charity. My dad would talk about the importance of words and how you walk by faith, not by sight, and how we're here to live life and live it more abundantly. I've only been around this my entire life. So it's a program. And I prefer it that way, especially while being a flight attendant, because baby, you see, people are nuts. Or people are people. Let me not say that. So, and I feel good. Also, it comes from, there's a reason why you see me dressed this way. It makes me feel good. You won't ever see me in some tattered up shirt and oversized sweats. If you wear what makes you feel good, but wear what makes you feel good. I feel good adorning myself. I feel good in this beautiful airy dress. I feel good with my flower crown. I feel good with my pink hair. I'm not doing it if it's not aiding to my goodness. Thank you. Yes. Look good, feel good, be good. And if not, change it until you are good. That's how simple it is. If you ain't feeling it, change it until you do. That's the story. That's the message. If it's not now, change it until you do. Take as many choices, take as much time, take as many chances until you find what resonates, makes you feel good, makes you feel most comfortable within your body, your skin, your space. That's the goal for me. And I often say, like, I'll leave you. I really will. I'm always seeking my comfort, but there's others that I'm still learning. You take everything as it resonates. So, this is how you slay your dragon, because I named this Slay Your Dragon. By identifying if you need help, staying in a space of asking, being ready to receive, not limiting where you will receive. Because you may think it's coming from somewhere and it comes from somewhere else, but it's the fact that you received it. Checking in, seeing if this works for you, seeing if maybe I need to change things around. Maybe this no longer works. And go from there. That's how we slay the dragon. That's how we make something that seems insurmountable a little pebble, bit by bit. And I'm learning. I'm doing it. Trust me. Even through releases of tears, which are beautiful. So, I always close with be the reflection of love. Because you are love. You come from an infinite source of love. Show up. Because I'm showing up. I'm showing up. I'm showing up. I'm showing up. And when you show up, make it look good. Feel good. Feel good when you show up. I feel good. I look good. I've made great decisions in this day. I've drank my water. I drank my soda. I had a good walk this morning. I watched a good show. I feel good. Tell yourself that I feel good. I feel great. Today's only getting better. And be comfortable with asking and be open to receiving. And I'm sharing that because I have to share that with myself. I learned that in this day. You don't ask for help because you're weak. We ask for help to remain strong. And I had to hear this today. You're welcome, Tammy. And thank you, Wayne. Your investment in me is just you being here. Financial investment is always lovely, though. I always love a great financial investment. But that's another conversation. Because my mom even said, girl, you were the most expensive kid. Yeah, I was. I still am. I still am. I don't tend to like things that are inexpensive. I like what I like. To me, doesn't matter. I like it, so the price is right. That's for me. That's it. And that's just hope. So you're learning a lot about me in this time. I'm going to now go eat some quinoa. I made quinoa. I think I'm going to do a quinoa salad or something. I don't know. I need to eat. Outside of that, yes, King, you have a question. I'll listen to your question and then I'll go. Thank you, Tammy. Amen to you as well. Amen. 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 Yes, King. Hurry it up. People is calling me, King. I'm waiting for you. Let me be patient. I also, because I've been inspired by pink, I went and got this very cute pink nail polish. And I love doing my nails. I'm really good at doing nails. I had this woman when I was a child who did nails out of her house. So I would go over there and she taught me how to do nails. And because of that, I've always loved doing my manicures. I love a manicure. I give myself a great manicure, and I've had millions of manicures, so I study while they're doing it. And I enjoy just the meditation of a manicure. Yes, you have a fantastic evening, Tammy. And as I shared, all of these are uploaded onto YouTube. I just uploaded like 4 today or more. So if you don't catch me on here,